Hey guys, it's Weather with Kite, and today's forecast is the Wally and Eve set from Mattel. I believe these retail for $10.99. So considering that they'd be around $5 each, this is a pretty inexpensive figure, and this technique immediately adds a lot more valuable look to it. The supplies that I use are acrylic inks, Q-tips, paper towels, and just old paintbrushes. Nothing special. For a pretty inexpensive figure, it has pretty good articulation. I wasn't expecting that. And make sure before you begin to clean whatever figure you're working on to get all the dust and dirt off. I've only done this twice now, so I don't know everything about weathering, but for this we're just going to be doing washes on top of the figure. I'm using a brown ink wash to completely go over Wally. The entire process of weathering is repetition and building up layers. It's wash after wash after wash, especially with this character because of how grimy he is. Him and Forky would be absolutely unstoppable together. I personally find blotting the excess off with a paper towel very effective. It helps texture the figure and give it more build up over time. The black ink wash is definitely where you will start seeing the results because it doesn't really feel like you're achieving a lot when you first start going over the figure, but the black starts to bring out a lot of the details and give life to the figure's features. Some people take apart their figures before they begin working on them like this, or they have more tools available for painting, like if they're doing small models. But the way this was put together and my experience in the past, I didn't want to do that, so I just had to find interesting ways to hold them and then paint those places later on. The used paper towel was helping give a more dirt result on the body each time I would blot it again. Now, the important wash, in my opinion, is this orange color. This helps build up the illusion of rust and aging. So I go back over the figure with the orange wash, especially around the eyes. He's looking a lot more better than a $10 toy. I'll go back over these gears with the orange wash after the brown and black wash dries some more. I didn't blot them because it made more sense here to leave it build up. The arms were interesting because of the paint pooling, so be careful of that when you're working on strange areas and make sure to blend it more unless you're wanting to get a harsher effect. Then of course you can leave it and have like really strong lines. The hands were the same way, just carefully trying to cover all of them, the sides and the inside. And yes, if you are wondering, he is able to hold Eve's hand. If you're interested in buying this set, that was the first way that I posed mine. For those of you who don't know, my Instagram page is collectibles and it is separate from my art Instagram for now. If you're interested in following, all the links are listed in the description below. Okay, so now I want to go back over Wally and build up the corners and sides and bring out the features that the wash wasn't really grabbing. Especially these areas here. He has that dent, and I really needed to pull that out. I'm using an interesting brush. You don't need this. Any type of older brush or wiry brush would be fine, or just hand painting streaks on. It's nothing needed. It's your project and how you want it to look. You can be as chill or detailed as you want to be with a project like this, and that's what makes it fun. You can see now how much character is being brought out with these corner details. Just going back over the gears and machinery with the orange wash again. And you can see I'm going to scrape off paint with my nails. You can use whatever you would like to scrape it off or even create scratches on the surface. Okay, so I let him sit for a day because I knew I wasn't 100% happy with him yet. So I came back wanting to change his eyes and go back over areas that I may have missed. Taking a Q-tip, I removed some of the paint. I wanted the dirt to be more in the corners, so I removed it from the main area since I didn't have a detailed enough brush to go into the cracks. Just really gently using the Q-tip on areas that need to be brought back out. I actually really liked using the Q-tip for this instead of a harsher tool. Now I'm going back over the details that didn't get picked up in the ink wash because they're on the factory paint and not really part of the mold. So I made it very watery so I could go and blend it with like a watercolor with another brown wash. Here you can see how much those lines needed to be softened. I did one more wash over the eyes to really sell the eyes and just one more wash over the figure. Now, back to the tread. I used the brown, black, and yellow ochre, which look great, but this is where I would have preferred using acrylic paint or a primer over the tread to give it a more muddy look since it was drying very transparent. And here's the final result. I'm very happy with this and I think it looks great. The Eve really doesn't need anything done, maybe a coat of gloss, but this is something you can do for less than $20. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, we can do more in the future. Thank you for watching. Please like or sub if you enjoyed and leave your suggestions below.